disqualifying sales calls. So first of all, what is disqualifying, also known as DQ? So it's basically when either closer or sitter, let's say they have a sales call that's already booked or about to book, and then they don't book them in because whether they have the money or whatever situation may be. And there's times to do it, and there's times to not do it. Okay. The common mistake that a lot of closers have is that they just disqualify everyone that gives a bit of resistance. Don't do that. So financial qualification or qualification in general is kind of like a volume knot, meaning that the more you're drowning in quality leads, the more picky you can be with the qualification. You can more DQ people off the calendar. And the less sales calls you have on the calendar, the less picky you want to be. Okay. So as an example, at one of the offers, one of the sales agencies I was selling at, there was an offer that I wasn't on the offer, but there was an offer which is a crypto coaching offer. And at that time was when crypto was red hot. So the offer started at 5K and everyone was closing at 7K or 70% the close rate. So they upped it to 10K. Everyone was still closing at 70%. They upped it to 15K, still 70%. And on the booking page, they added, hey, if you don't have at least 20K to invest, don't book this call. People still booked it. Up until 20K, everyone was like closing at 50, 70%. It's a very rare instance, but obviously when crypto went to shit, then that offer went to shit as well, right? So in that case, very extreme, but in that case, you can be so strict where you can just up the qualification. Very extreme case scenario. Now, another end of the extreme is if you have no sales calls on your calendar, if they have 2 legs and a heartbeat, just pass them onto your calendar. Okay, because your close rate may go down because you're selling to more broke leads or less aware leads, but talking to some lead is better than talking to no lead. Because what else are you going to do during your time? So don't be a princess closer, just DQing any lead that gives you a little bit of resistance. The problem with the high ticket industries that they just do that, right? A little bit of resistance, and they're like, you know what, I don't think you're a good fit, so here's some free material, so come back when you're ready. Don't do that. Just talk to the person, because how else are you going to get better at sales and make more money? Because do you want a higher close rate or do you want a higher number in your bank account? We both know the answers. So practical terms, how do you apply this? If your calendar is already packed with quality leads, and if you're doing your own outbound, you can just disqualify more leads that are not ideal into your calendar, right? So you can be like, is this person is it better or not? You can kind of be more picky about it. If you have SDRs booking your calls for you, then you can give them viewer access to your calendar so they're aware of it, like what's going on, right? And communicate with them. It's like, hey, dude, my calendar's kind of full. You can be more diligent with who you're booking onto my calendar, right? And so don't discard the DQ'd leads completely, because stay in touch with them, send them check-in texts, send them your free mini courses, they go through it, and then when they're ready or when they get the money together, you can book them back on your calendar, so on and so forth. Because marketing will inevitably shit the bed at one point. Actually, it happens at multiple points. And so here's what people don't realize. Marketing is not static. In terms of lead flow and the lead quality, it's not like they do the Facebook ads and it stays like this forever. I've sold at 6-figure companies, 7-figure companies, 8-figure, multi-8-figure companies, even the ones where they're putting so much effort and money into marketing, right? Marketing still shits the bed. It happens. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So you want to keep your pipeline going at all times, so you're not scrambling when marketing goes to shit. Okay? In my last sales agency, we used to call it adpocalypse, because it's the apocalypse. Right? So what will you do? It's the other stuff we're talking about in the section, which is upselling, follow-ups, outbound. You don't want to stop it. You want to keep it going at all times, because when it shits the bed and then you try to go, it's scrambling, because your pipeline's going to take time to get to the sale, right? People may need to get the money together. So that's why you want to keep it going at all times like a well-oiled machine. So if you need more lead flow onto your calendar, then you pass everyone through, and your close rate will most likely go down, because people may not have the money. They may be less aware of your business and so on and so forth. Don't get emotional, which is why on your tracker, I used to take a note, hey, for this week, I'm passing everyone through. And because of that, when my close rate go down, I'm not going like, oh man, why do I suck at sales? Doubting my entire ability, my entire existence. No, I passed everyone through. So I saw this coming. Like, this is supposed to happen. So if your sales manager, your business owner, if they're getting your ass about it, just explain the situation, man. He's like, hey, so because there are less leads in the calendar, what I did was I just passed everyone through. But ultimately, yeah, close rate went down, but ultimately we brought in more revenue than if we didn't talk to any leads at all. So just explain the situation. You can even preempt it when you're doing it. All right, so go implement it, and on to the next training.